1 year ago, I asked you, teachers, administrators, support professionals, and our entire community what you believe would improve the overall outcomes of student learning and academic performance. The results yielded 4 clear ideas in which you believe would make the greatest impact. 1 was smaller class sizes. 2, improve instructional materials. 3, professional development in the form of training, professional growth. And 4, opportunities for enhanced salary and benefits. As your new superintendent, it was my goal to address these important needs right away. I am proud to say that we made significant strides right off the bat for enhancements in salaries and benefits. In the fall of 2018, the district's bargaining team closed lengthy negotiations with our partners for a total investment of approximately $49 million for the 18-19 academic school year. As we got to work on addressing the other top priorities, the discussion accentuated the biggest challenge facing the district. It is one you already know all too well. We are forced to work within an already strained financial structure while still educating every student of the magnitude of population growth as well as the growing diverse needs within our classrooms. It was at that moment when I knew our school system had been doing the same thing every year and hoping to have a different outcome. However, the district did what was needed over the last 2 years, cutting $120 million from the budget to at least remain stagnant moving forward with educational programming, services, personnel, and the many other legal obligations in which the board is already required to provide for the upcoming school year. However, I knew it was time for change. Having a new governor and strong legislative leaders by my side, I knew this was the year that we could finally alter the course of how we fund education and address academic performance. As you know, the Nevada legislature adjourned a week ago today. And through tireless efforts of Speaker Frierson, Senator Woodhouse, Senator Dennis, and Chairman Carlton, they closed session making huge strides in a much-needed updates, as well as closed the state general fund budget by reallocating resources to cover the areas in which were most hotly debated. First, the most historical change was the adoption of a new funding formula, which more accurately generates the needed per pupil dollar amount to serve our children. The next hotly debated topic surrounded a 3% salary increases for all educators. The majority of the state budget is already allocated to Nevada school system. So without the promise of increased revenues, finding the dollars for increased salary over what has already been provided in the fall of 2018 was an uphill battle for our elected leaders. Moreover, the dollar number increased even more when the 2% salary roll-up was also added to the equation. By working together on the numbers over the entire course of the 120 days, we settled on a minimum number to provide for educational programming along with the promised 5% increase for all educators. Several education advocates and groups took to social media and conveyed their support for new resources. However, even with the great intentions, I believe led to some confusion as to the number that was being considered. The bottom line is, the dollar figure needed to provide both the 5% increases while keeping programming mostly stagnant is approximately $166 million, and we never wavered from that bottom line figure. For the 1920, CCSD is receiving approximately $154 million of the needed $166 million. And for academic year 2021, the district will receive $90 million of the approximately $111 million needed. Over the biennium, this is approximately $33 million deficit. The number includes the additional revenue projected at $26 million from AB 309 and $53 million in SB 551, which still results in the $33 million deficit. However, that number does not reflect further unknowns such as actual enrollment, charter school allocation, special education, per pupil funding, class size reduction expenses, which all carry expensive price tags as well. The proposed sales tax in AB 309 has yet to be approved, and we cannot count on funding that we do not have. especially given that school starts in 8 weeks. Due to the inability to achieve a fully funded operational budget for the next 2 academic years, the most difficult decisions had to be made in this past week in order to find substantial cost savings and to allow the district to continue forward without cutting too significantly to any specific program. Dean positions at all middle and high schools will be eliminated indefinitely. It is our hope that we will be able to retain many of the 170 outstanding members of our family by repositioning them back into the classroom. Though any cut means substantial losses for our schools, placing them back into teaching position is the only silver lining to this incredible loss. We are confident that this change will not only address cost savings for the 5% increase, salary and roll-up, as well as the continuation with vital programs. This option will also allow for the holes in our teacher shortfall problem to be filled. Another problem that continues to plague our system. We will be assisting those impacted by this adjustment to help identify the best fit for their career path. Additionally, in accordance with AB 469, principals will receive funds for unfilled positions at their schools. We anticipate this will be between $25 to $30 million going to schools in the 1920 school budgets. I want to be very clear. This decision was not made lightly, and I believe all the advocates for education and those elected leaders who are fighting for change would like to avoid this from occurring. I am committed, though, during the next 2 years to fight for continued change and making bigger strides for the long-term gain, which benefits all Nevada students. I urge you to reach out to my office at budgetcomments@nv.ccsd.net, which is an email hotline that has been established for school district personnel only. It is unfortunate that this had to be shared so soon into your summer breaks, but again, in an effort to be honest, transparent, and forthcoming about the process, as well as provide principals and SOTs an opportunity to implement the change, we needed to provide this information to you as soon as possible. Thank you.